All right, here we go. Hey guys from YouTube, thank you for joining me. This is a behind the scene for my fourth episode. Here we go. Hello and welcome to the fourth episode of the World of English podcast, where we share tips and tricks to help you improve your language skills. I'm your host Isa, and today we're going to talk about the most effective ways to check your pronunciation when you self-study. I chose this topic because one of my students reached out and asked this question. First, I should thank Oleg for sending in his question, and to answer it, I'd say pronunciation is one of the most important aspects of language learning, but also one of the most challenging. How do you know if you're pronouncing a word correctly? How How do you know if you're pronouncing a word correctly? Especially if you don't have a teacher or a native speaker to correct you. Well, don't worry, because there are some tools and techniques that you can use to check your own pronunciation and improve it over time. The first tool, my favorite tool, that I recommend is The first tool, my favorite tool that I recommend, is a dictionary. A dictionary can help you learn how to pronounce a word correctly. A dictionary can help you learn how to pronounce a word correctly by showing you the phonetic transcription of the word. By showing you the phonetic transcription of the word. The phonetic transcription is a way of writing down the sounds of a word using symbols. You can find the phonetic transcription of a word in most dictionaries, either online or in print. You can also use online tools like You can also use tools You can also use online tools like IPA Keyboard or typeit.org to type in phonetic symbols yourself. To learn how to read and write phonetic symbols, you can use websites like Phonetics Focus or Sounds of Speech. The second tool is a recording device. You can use your phone, your computer, or any other device that can record your voice. The idea is to record yourself speaking in the language you're learning, here English, and then listen back to it. So what are we talking? The idea is to record yourself speaking in The idea is to record yourself The idea is to record yourself speaking in the language that you're learning, here English, and then listen back to it. So this way you can hear so this way you can You can't hear it, guys. I hear there's a problem. So this way you can hear how you sound. This way, you can hear how you sound and compare it to how native speakers sound. You can find audio samples of native speakers online on websites like forvo.com, YouTube, or on apps like Duolingo or HelloTalk.com. I suggest checking Youglish.com as well. Try to imitate the sounds, the rhythm, and the intonation of the native speakers. And record yourself again. Try to imitate the sounds and the rhythm and the intonation of the native speakers and record yourself again. Repeat this process until you're satisfied with your pronunciation. The third tool is a feedback system. A feedback system is a way of getting feedback on your pronunciation from other people. A feedback system is a way of getting feedback on your pronunciation from other people. This can be very useful because sometimes we don't notice our own mistakes or we don't know how to correct them. There are different ways of getting feedback on your pronunciation depending on your situation and preferences. You can join a language exchange program where you can practice speaking with native speakers or other learners and give each other feedback. You can find language exchange partners online on websites like italki or Tandem, or offline in local language clubs or meetups. You can also hire a tutor or a coach who can Yeah, here goes the microwave. I don't know if you can hear it, guys, but I hear it. I think somebody's using a microwave oven. Anyhow, I'm gonna have to, I think, wait a 30 seconds or something before I continue. So how are you doing? How's it going? I know. Okay, let's go. No, I can't. I don't know if you can hear the microphone. I hear it here, and I hear it here. I suppose you would be able to hear it after I edit the podcast, and that would become a problem. Okay. You can also hire a tutor or a coach who can give you professional feedback and guidance on your pronunciation. You can find tutors or coaches online on platforms like Preplay or Verbling, or offline in language schools or institutions. In language schools or institutes. Slip of tongue. All right. Here are some of the most effective ways to check your pronunciation when you self-study. Of course, there are many other methods and resources that you can use depending on your level, goals, and learning style. The main thing is... I ran out of breath. The main thing is to practice regularly and to have fun with it, like I do. The main thing is to practice regularly. The main thing is to practice regularly and to have fun with it. Remember that. Remember that. Remember that pronunciation is not only about accuracy, but also about expression and communication. So don't be afraid to make mistakes and enjoy the process of learning. That's all for today's episode of the World of English. That's all for today's episode of the World of English. I hope you found it useful and interesting. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to contact me at esa.sodmand@gmail.com. And if you liked this podcast, and if you like this podcast, please subscribe and leave a review on Chatbox, and leave a review on Castbox, YouTube, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening, and see you next time. Ta-da! Yeah, that's how long it takes. Thank you guys for watching, and yeah, see you guys.